Fighting Nerdigans, this is the one and only Packer Girl 89 of Nerdigans, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Akane-banashi chapters 40 to 41. So before I get into this recap and live reaction, let me just remind you to hit that like, share, and subscribe buttons. And because of course this channel, let alone this video, are not sponsored, and we ain't sponsored by Shueisha, we ain't sponsored by Manga Plus, and we ain't sponsored by Viz. And considering how much we promote Manga Plus on this channel, kind of surprising, right? But if you love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking, so we can keep bringing you more anime and manga content, whether it be news, analysis, or live reactions like this one, feel free to hit up our Cash App and PayPal. Links are in the description box below. So, well, last chapter we met the goddess Urara von Saika, and we are going to see her perform. And I do like what she said to Akane, that Akane needs to stand her ground, and what she did to that fucker was the right thing to do. That she shouldn't be ashamed of it, that she needs to stand by it. Because she didn't, like, blatantly call out his name. Nah, she kept it subtle. But let's get to chapter 40 first, see what's in store for us today. And this chapter is titled The Image of Greatness. Next is, are you learning from the wings too? Oh, Master Hasho, you aren't neglecting your Zenza work, are you? No, Master Urara told me to watch her from here. Pardon me, I didn't mean to insinuate anything. So it's her turn at last. If you don't mind me asking, what is Master Urara like? What is she like? It's just a part of me finds her a little intimidating. In the past, many Rakugoka had a saying, a woman cannot perform Rakugo. Because Rakugo as an art form was developed with the assumption that a man would be performing it, because nearly all of the characters would appear in Rakugo stories are men, because women's high... Hey, but if it's a kid... Yeah, because women's high-pitched voices would not hold the same weight when delivering fighting words. There was no end to the excuses they would give. Some would outright refuse any woman who would ask to be an apprentice. When a female Rakugoka took the stage, many audience members would simply get up and leave. So much potential was snuffed out because of gender. It is the dark side of our history. But nowadays, the people who think that way are few and far between. If you want to know what kind of person Master Urara is, I think it'd be best for you to discover that for yourself. You have a chance to witness someone who survived an era of adversity, the image of greatness. Dude, yes, yes, yes. Now, fake feminists, this right here, what he's talking about, this is what sexism looks like right here. That's what it sounds like. That is what misogyny is. This woman here, she fought through that. She is probably still fighting through all that fuckery. She is what a feminist is. Seriously. Amazing. Even standing in the wings, I can feel the passion and anticipation. What kind of Rakugo is she going to perform? Ooh, I can feel it too. Huh? No way. All that fervor was snuffed out in an instant. You all got carried away. This isn't a pop concert. She's calmed the crowd down. Huh? She must have sensed that her audience was a little too rowdy to listen to her story. Oh, I see. That's basically the same thing I did at the Karaka Cup, only she didn't need to utter a single word. Within Rakugo, you will often hear characters speak of going inside. In this case, inside refers to Yoshiwara, the brothel district during the Edo period, surrounded by walls and filled with lust and pleasures. The men of Edo would go inside to assert their manhood. But for the courtesans who worked inside, if you were a prestigious oiron, you had the right to refuse a customer. Even if a man came bearing many coins, if she did not care for him, he was out of luck. In fact, some say that when men went out for a night of fun on the town, they struck out more often than not. From what I heard, some young men from town recently went inside for a night, and how did that go? It was terrible. I was turned down. You're a real sad sack, you know that? What about you then? I recognize this story. Actually, the ladies can't get enough of me. This must be a fetching tea. This must be fetching tea. So what fetching tea is basically a story of the strange night that passes between a man and a courtesan in Yoshiwara. An example of a Kawabanashi, or a brothel tale of mind games between men and women. The girl took one look at my face and screamed, huh? And then ran right down the hall. After a few minutes, they sent me through to the room, and there the same woman was sitting perfectly calm and waiting for me. Why did you start screaming the moment you looked me in the face? What was that all about? That's what I says to her. And then she says, let's not rush things by sleeping together on the very first night. Will you hear my story first? There were Rakugoka who loudly claimed that a woman could never do Rakugo. One of them was the great 20th century master, Shiraku Ransaika, and yet it was Master Shiraku himself who was the one who recruited and promoted Master Arara. Ooh, she breaking glass ceilings. Let what follows sink into your eyes and ears. You are about to experience the Kanban Ransaika. Dude, this page is beautiful. Beautiful. Let me read this again, sorry. Let what follows sink into your eyes and ears. You are about to experience the Okaban Arara Ransaika at her best. I'm ready for this. Based on that final page alone, holy shit, let's go. So chapter 41 is titled Shiraku the Unteaching. You have Akane on a laundromat up in here. Okay, whatever. The history of mid-20th century of Rakugo could not be told without mentioning this man's name, Shiraku Ransaika. He had a reputation for his excellent depictions of female characters. His Kawabanashi stories set in brothels and pleasure halls were simply exquisite. He was known as a Tenchukaku, meaning heaven's scarlet Kurowa, there we go. But he had one other epithet, Shiraku the Unteaching. He refused to teach his ways to others and did not take a single apprentice under his wing. This was because he could not imagine anyone properly inheriting his art. Women were out of the question, of course, and a young man would not be able to grasp the true essence of his work. And an experienced Rakugoka would add his own flavor, besmirching the techniques he had developed so carefully. So Shiraku came to the conclusion that his art would die with him and never be passed on to a second generation. That was until he met her. Shortly after they first met, Shiraku convinced her to become a Rakugoka. Shiraku once said of the only apprentice he ever took in his entire life that within her, I saw the true essence of my art. Dude, this is so pretty. Pretty. The artistry in her expressions, it's beyond incredible. I feel like I'm literally inside the world of the story. How does she do it? Plus, you seem to have noticed that something is off, right? Although Banashi are set in brothels, the main character is always a man. Many of these stories are poking fun at a man's failures and foibles, but in Master Arara's Banashi, the woman says she came here to Tokyo after eloping with their man, and in order to raise the funds for him to start his business, she sold herself to the brothel. It helped him start that business as they hoped, but tragically he fell ill and passed away. Now 3 years later, I pay a visit to this Oiran, and the Oiran says to me, you look just like him. You're the spitting image, in fact. Whoa, now we're really getting somewhere. And then, I want you to, I want to support you from now on, to give you my everything. Will you keep visiting a woman like me to keep me company? So I says, sure, I'd love to keep coming here. So then, what do you suppose the Oiran says next? I got it. I know what feels off. The line between the story and the real world has been blurred. A poorly told Kawabanashi can be unbearable. A Kawabanashi only truly blossoms when the audience is made to fully understand how the brothels of that time worked. Master Shiraku stressed the importance of dialogue and the art of conversation when telling Kawabanashi, and it turns out that the conversationalist was truly made him sit up and listen was a beautiful woman. He wanted to see her perform as Rakugo so much that he was willing to break one of his deepest held beliefs that a woman cannot perform Rakugo. And this is the result of that self-contradiction. Her conversational skill is great, of course, but what really amazes me is her sensuality. When a woman Rakugoka plays up the sensual side of the character, it tends to distract the audience. That is what my master taught me. It's true that feminine sensuality can have a limiting effect on the story, but rather than downplaying that aspect, she plunges her listeners even deeper into the world of the brothel and wields it like a weapon that elevates her art even higher. She has a bewitching air that enthralls those who see her, and a conversational skill that bowed over a legend from the 20th century. She bewitches the audience with Akane-banashi. She is the, oh god, this is so pretty. She is the true master of these stories. She is the courtesan from hell, Urara Ransaika. This is beautiful. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yes, 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 the courtesan from hell. Yes, yes, ma'am. I would like, please take me to hell. Oh, please take me to hell, courtesan from hell. I like this. I like the writing we're getting here. It is the writing is great. The art is looking really nice. The metaphorical art is beautiful as well. I'm very, very pleased with this. I am. This is what I want more of from Akane-banashi. Seriously, keep giving me more of this. I want the line. When you're telling me the lines are blurred, this is what I want to see. And the fact that you're telling me this is the courtesan from hell, I see it. I see it in the bones and all of that. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I was thinking maybe I want some fire or something, which I kind of do. But the thing that makes these skeletons look really good is that they're in the classic Japanese art style, which makes it look even better for me. Because normally I would bitch about this kind of art. I would bitch at how the skeletons look like shit or something like that. But nah. We ain't in realism, though. We ain't in photorealism. We ain't in illustrative realism. No, 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 no. We ain't in that art style. No. We in classic Japanese art style. And for this art style, it works. Especially those black outlines look amazing. I'm happy with the grayscale here too for the skeletons. Reason being, it keeps the spotlight on Aurora, and the skeletons are more so in the background. That's why it works so well here, and I'm very happy with that. I love it. Aurora herself in here, I kind of want a little bit. I would say if I'm gonna be nitpicky, I kind of want maybe like a little. I kind of want a little bit more ecstasy because of what you're telling, what we're supposed to be getting here. I kind of want a little bit more in the facial expressions. If I'm going to be nitpicky about anything, is I just need a little bit more in the facial expressions from her. Particularly, yeah, I would say, yeah, just a little bit more in the facial expressions. But other than that, these backgrounds are fabulous. Metaphorical art looks so good. It's just that I just need a little bit in the face. But other than that, I'm very happy. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below what you guys think, and remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. Love what we're doing and want to help keep this operation alive and kicking so we can keep bringing you more Akane-banashi content. Few ways you can do that: donate to our Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off our Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Twitch, Discord, friend us on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later. Bye.